I'm Duncan Ferguson and you're watching Toffee TV.
Welcome to Toffee TV. There's a match preview for Everton versus Leicester. We're joined by Matt Jones. So, Leicester, we're doing this by the way before they play Chelsea. Just telling everyone.
We just assume Leicester won.
Yeah, of course they will. Top of the league, probably.
Top of the league. Marino's been sacked, boss.
Difficult game, this one. You wouldn't have had it down as a really difficult game, but suddenly, you know, Leicester absolutely flying, and look at shooting for top 4 now.
Yeah, they deserve, don't they? Deserve league leaders. They've been absolutely brilliant, and I just love the way they play the game. I think you mentioned before, Baz, about the way 4-4-2 seems to have gone out the game. Like no managers seem to be trying anything different anymore. Ranieri has done that with them, hasn't he? He's got loads of energy in the team. They've got legs in midfield. They've got pace out wide, and they've got industry up front. And Vardy obviously has found his goal scoring touch, but I think the most impressive play for me has been Mahrez, and he's the player who links it all together for them, doesn't he? Comes off the flank really intelligently, and against Swansea the other week, I think that hat-trick he got was richly deserved. And you look at the way we've been playing as of late, and the way we've been conceding space on the counter-attack, and that's something we're going to have to be really, really wary of if we're going to shut them out.
Definitely, yeah. They've been fantastic, haven't they, all season? Been impressed with Kante in midfield, lightning. See a centre midfielder with that much pace is a bit weird, like, but he's been fantastic, and just watching them over the last few weeks, they are impressive. And obviously, like you said, you know, Crystal Palace caused us problems on the break. These will as well. These are fast as well, and Mahrez has been majestic, hasn't he, up front, and Vardy's been. So I'm trying to find a word because I went with Mahrez majestic. Trying to find a V for Vardy, but been very good. Yeah, they've been outstanding.
It's mad, isn't it? Because last season, I mean, obviously the late form kept them into the league, and that's been carried on. But obviously, Ranieri's come in and he's tinkered at it. But what he's done is he hasn't messed with the team. He's just started playing them in a way that suits the players. And having someone like Jamie Vardy and the pace he's got, they just play and they try and sap up that, you know, they try and break it up in the midfield, and then they're away, aren't they? And you know, but it's been incredible how many teams haven't really gone on to the fact that by trying to play a higher line, it just opens all that space up for Vardy to run into.
Yeah, it's like no one's really shown them the respect they deserve yet, have they? It's a funny one, but I think Everton are probably one of the best teams in the league. If it's going to be a blow-to-blow game where, you know, you have a go, we have a go, I think we've got the players that suit that type of game. I wouldn't like to see us approach it in that kind of way just because of how dangerous they've been in that sort of match. But what else has impressed me about them is the way that even though they've been behind in a lot of games, they keep on going, and even when they've been 2 goals down at times this season, they've come back and they've won. And you mentioned, we mentioned about Everton and how we don't seem to have that killer instinct. We can't really galvanise ourselves when we do fall. Yeah. When we do lose momentum in games, these can do it. You know, even if say hopefully we'll be 2-0 up in the game at the weekend, and we all know about our frailties defending Leeds recently. We need to be really, really careful with these because they do not stop going until the final whistle.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it, as well? They've got players that have come through, you know, lower leagues, and they've got Vardy. I mean, he's the number one. But they've got that mentality, haven't they? That we've talked previously about Everton's mentality. Now we seem too soft, and it all comes too easy for them. And when anything bad happens, they all seem to fall apart. Whereas these, when they've gone behind in games this season, it galvanises them. They go, you know, we're in the Premier League. We've got here through effort and graft through all the divisions, and that you know, that's took them a little bit further, I think, this season.
Haven't they got something like 60 points in the calendar year so far? I think they got more than. They've seen a graphic the other week. It might have a couple of weeks ago. They got more points than Chelsea, who finished as champions within the calendar year. They were above them. So they turned it round. I think it's something like, is it 2 defeats in 25 or something like that? So they've only lost 1 game this season, unless Chelsea have beaten them, because we're recording it before the Chelsea game. So they won't. So they're a tough side, and like you say, you know, they have got that mentality. They've had to work for everything. They've got lads who like Drinkwater, who dropped away from United, has gone in there and been fantastic for them.
Albrighton,
you know, I think Schmeichel's been fantastic for them in goal. You know, Wes Morgan.
I just wanted to say food.
I know you did, yeah. Morgan at the back.
As well, another good one.
Schlupp.
Those are great names.
He scored against Liverpool at Anfield last year, so I'm all over him. Not literally all over him because I don't know him, but you know. But they've been excellent, and they've got the man who managed Onazaki, who managed to score up at Newcastle the other week without having a clue. Went for the header, missed him, hit him in the face, and went over the line. And as you know how much we love Newcastle on this channel, anything that anyone scores against Newcastle is a friend of the show. But no, it'll be a really, really difficult game. But quite ironically, I actually fancy us. I'm looking forward to it, and I fancy us big time at the weekend.
That's the one thing about them, is that they do give you chances. Leicester, although they've scored more goals than anyone apart from Manchester City, the ratio of conceding goals, they've conceded a lot this season. I think Ranieri made the joke about saying, we're going to buy them all pizza when they first get the first clean sheet of the season. It was only the other week. So, with our attacking players, we've got Lukaku, obviously, will be going for Vardy's record, won't he? 8 games in a row, he'll be looking to score in the Premier League. Deuolofeu's in great form, Barkley's playing well. It's just about that left-hand side for me, and especially if Mahrez is playing off that right flank, we do need a little bit more industry on there. It's a game I might think about taking Kone out.
I think he will. I think McCarthy will come in.
That's an interesting one, isn't it? Because McCarthy's coming back. Tom Cleverly's been playing really, really well. Does he keep that 3? Does he look at bringing Ross out the set? Would he dare bring Ross out the team, or would he keep going with Kone? Because I think this is his first real headache now, team-wise, he's had all season, because he lost Cleverly, and that sort of Kone coming off the back of that.
But Cleverly had got in and done well on the left, hadn't he, before he got injured?
Oh, he had, but now with Kone, now the love child that Kone is, this is his real first dilemma. Does he upset one of his firstborn, or does he,
They'll take the firstborn out, I think. I think if McCarthy's fit, McCarthy plays. Cleverly's been man of the match in the last 2 games. Can't take him out. I think Cleverly goes in on the left to counter what you're saying with Mahrez. I think we'll have Barry and McCarthy back. Barkley will be there. Jerry will be out on the right, and Kone will come on with 25 minutes left, like he should. And hopefully we'll either be ahead, or he can come on and really affect the game, because he can come on and then drop in alongside Lukaku and give them a few more headaches. But that for me will give us probably our best balanced midfield.
I think what that might do as well, which has sort of been those last couple of games, it might give Barkley a little bit more responsibility, because Kone's obviously been coming in off that flank. Barkley's been a little bit more drawn, hasn't he, playing side to side. I think he's been playing quite well. It's just a little bit different, and Leicester, the way they play, just the basic 4-4-2, there should be a lot of space in those gaps between the defence and the back four, and that's where you'd look at him to get on the ball and make those more driving runs that we've not really seen from him as much in recent weeks. So maybe if Kone does come off the team, he'd be the one responsible for getting close to Lukaku, dovetailing with him, and then you've got obviously Deuolofeu on the right, and those 3 should be enough, I think, to cause teams problems. There's enough there for them when you're playing against a top side and you need to shore up the rest of the team. Those 3 should be enough to cause big issues.
As we spoke about before, when some of the game from the weekend against Norwich, going forward, we're fantastic, we're great, and there has to be some kind of balance. So maybe having Cleverly back in there, like he was at the start of the season, that might just be the balance. That might just be enough that helps us get through games, because I don't think creating chances is never going to be a problem for us, is it? It's just stopping them at the other end and having that extra body in midfield. Because what I like about Cleverly is, and people sort of laugh at Tom Cleverly, but he can put his foot in, but he's also quite creative. So he's almost like the only all-round midfielder we've got. And I think we're starting to appreciate that, even though he's been back a couple of games. But I think we've started to appreciate that he can do both things. I've seen people saying, well, McCarthy shouldn't be back on the team. It should be Cleverly in there, because what else does McCarthy do apart from run round a lot? But I think we've missed the running round a lot in the last couple of games, whereas I think we do need those 3 across and then 3 in front. And then the 3 in front can just do what they want, effectively.
I think Cleverly gets mugged off a bit by people. I think he's always wants the ball. He helps the ball on. I think he's been really good for Everton, and he will take the ball. He's got a good engine on him. I think he's intelligent on the ball. He's not the best player in the world, but I think he's a good Everton player, and I think he'll give us that extra bit of balance out wide. We haven't had the balance. when we went down to Southampton and beat them 3-0, probably our best, or one of our best performances, Cleverly was out on that left-hand side, albeit Coney was on the right, but we'll get more out of Jerry on the right than what we will Coney, so there's no reason why they can't, you know, go back in and, like you said, Matt, get Ross a bit closer to Lukaku. Just mix up the way we're playing a bit, because that will change what Leicester are planning for. That will mix it up a little bit and give them a different headache.
I think Cleverly on that left-hand side as well, especially with Baines back in the team, he'll drift in naturally, won't he? And then that creates the space for Baines to get up the wing. And you look at how well Lukaku's done off Gerard Deuolofeu's crosses into the box recently. He seems to have switched on a lot more in the penalty area. He's getting on the end of things better. His heading's a lot better. So if Baines can get down the line, get to the byline and put crosses in, it's another outlet for Lukaku to get on the end of.
I think the other thing, Cleverly will look to link up like Pienaar did, whereas Coney's always trying to come inside and take it across on an angle. I think Baines is quite happy to pop it into Cleverly and carry on running, and we may be able to get Baines in round the back again, I think, more so than what Coney offers.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough game, you know, really, because they just, like, again, something we spoke about in the Norwich game, it's been able to step up. And you just think Leicester are a team they're just not going to leave you alone for 90 minutes. And it'll be interesting to see what we've got in the tank for the entire game, whether we can keep going with their stamina. Because, okay, we'll have a lot of the ball, hopefully. But it's when we haven't got the ball, I think that's going to be really interesting.
Well, you'd think they are going to be feeling the effects of this soon, because as good as they've played and as intense as they've been, they can't keep it up for this long, and they've had a bit tougher fixtures recently. They had obviously United at home, Swansea away, Chelsea will be a tough game for them as well.
And they've got tough games coming up. I think they've got Liverpool,
Liverpool,
Man City.
Yeah.
And you know, as good as they've been, we've arguably been just as good going forward. It's just about getting that balance right and getting McCarthy in the middle Cleverly. In that 30-minute spell against Norwich when we were brilliant, he was central to everything we did in that, because he was setting the tempo in midfield, closing players down, little gives and goes, moving into intelligent spaces. And I think against the Leicester team, they're going to look to sit and soak up pressure. He's going to be key, and he's got to be in the team for me. So
don't forget the Coney chance on Saturday. It's him nicking the ball, and Cleverly going and pinching.
And the one Lukaku scored as well. Great cross across the box. So yeah, it's just getting that balance right, and don't practice set pieces.
And get a new goalie.
I think you know, it's a game that we probably will need that, but I think we are, even though we've only won 3 home games and it's mid-December, which is terrifying. We are generally good with the crowd and everything at home, and I think the players know now that we can't afford any more drop points. It's got to be 3 points Saturday. It's got to be.
We've drawn half of our games. That is the biggest problem, isn't it? That's the biggest problem. We've drawn half our games, and you know, if we turn 3 of them into wins, you know, we're sitting there, aren't we? We're sitting there.
If we beat these, it punches everything right up again, doesn't it? And things are tight at the moment, and you know, if they lose a game and they've got those fixtures coming, we mentioned, suddenly that could quickly bring them back down. So that's another team that we're looking to be chasing to get into those European positions. So it is a massive game, but I can see it being a draw.
It's a massive. It's a massive time as well, because this is the time last year when it all started to unravel. You know, getting beat by Southampton, and then going and getting beat by Stoke. And then going and getting beat by Newcastle and drawing with Hull.
Beat by Hull away.
Yeah, getting beat by Hull away as well. This is where it all started to unravel, and there's so many games now in quick succession.
We got the Barcodes and Stoke the same as like last year. Why fix you people? Why? I hate Stoke.
It's a chance to show how far we've come.
It is, That's it, isn't it? It's a chance. Yeah. It is a set of fixtures that you look at and go, we can win all of them. And if we win all of them,
tough games.
Because January is an absolute mother hubbard. Let's just say it is.
Stoke and Newcastle are back.
No, I know, but if you look at Stoke, if you look at January in terms of how many games we've got,
that's the problem.
We've got Man City 3 times. We've got Spurs. We've got Chelsea, I think, as well.
Arsenal, I think we've got.
Arsenal at home.
Dagenham.
It's an Dagenham and
Whitehall.
No, Whitehall aren't winning after that.
Dave Hall.
Right, once of Liverpool, so they're getting smoked by Dagenham.
Controversial, Baz. Controversial. Don't never walk into, like, you know, anywhere and say you're getting smoked.
Never put them 3 words together in my presence. Thought I didn't know where he was going. Never walk. I was thinking. Not the right arm. Not the right arm.
I was going to do that.
I think I'm
do it with my left arm then. And I'll be like Alberto Moreno.
So you only got one arm. Forgot all about that. It just seems to be...
It's low level. When you lift it high, it hurts.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you seem to be moving quite freely.
Yeah, because I'm not up here, am I?
That's maybe why you haven't been invited to the party. Anyway, we'll move on, right? Tell us what you think in the comments below. Will we beat Leicester this weekend? Tell us what you think. Can we beat Leicester? Will it be Jamie Vardy? Will it be Lukaku? Will it be neither? What odds would you get on both of those players not scoring this weekend?
0-0.
Tell us what you think.
No.
Don't forget to subscribe. Send the subscription link in a little card, email card to someone you know. It's better than a Christmas card. They'll love it. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
So we are doing the video link, Matt's video Christmas card.
Link, just a link. It's the gift.
Christmas jumper.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. All you make that video then.
Well, you're at the party, I will,
yeah.
I'll do the work, as usual.
Tell us what you think on Twitter as well. It is at Toffee TV 1. On Facebook, it is at facebook.com/Toffee TV EFC. All those places. Tell us your thoughts. We'll see you soon on Toffee TV.